Salutations! My name is Drunker, and today we are going to be reading again. That's right, we're going to be reading another Eidos event. So I've been eyeing on the El Presidente video, and it's quite on par with some of my other videos as well. So thank you so much for the support. We are going to be reading through Day and Night in Pays Blanc. This is the second quest. You play this, I think, after chapter 1. So yes, we're going to be going through all of this. I already completed all the levels as well as the final levels here. So yeah. So if you want to see my team, I'm not going to play, but this is my current team so far. You may have noticed that there is a bit of a difference, yes. I got Cancro, and I'm still Bakuless, so yes, I am trying to get Baku really badly, but I somehow managed to get King, Barlitz, and Ivar. Yeah, oh, and Helion. Somehow, not sure how, but I did. So anyway, let us go and go through all of the stories, starting with Chivalrous Baron. Who the hell is this man? Oh, by the way, if you want me to post no commentary versions of the events, sure, I will not be showing them. I will not be showing them on my channel. It will be unlisted because it's too similar of the content. I mean, I can easily edit it, so yeah. I can just remove the audio. So let's go ahead and read through Chivalrous Baron. Day and Night in Pays Blanc, thugs disturbing the night cannot be ignored. I'm just checking. Nighttime in the capital of Pays Blancs, after having incurred heavy damage from the deluge of slime which had gushed out from its grand lair. Hordes of rough characters have been going through the town from the outskirts and slums as it struggles to rebuild. People with unknown records have drifted to the city due to its lax immigration policy, which has led to a consistent rise in crime. Needless to say, public disorder is at an all-time high. At times, the beautiful water capital of Pays Blanc turns into a colossal red light district. We got Charlotte here. Let me just check if it'd be able to hear the music. Wow, you're a lot smaller here this time, Charlotte. Anyway. It's already this late after my healing spree. I need to get back to the inn with a double G. Don't you think it's too dangerous for a cute lady like yourself to be walking around at night like this? Yeah, thanks for the advice. Anyway, I'm not some late... Hey, haven't we met before? Let me take you to where you're staying. No thanks. You got the wrong person. I'll be going home by myself. Don't be so shy. I'm not being shy. Leave me alone, please. Hey, don't be aiming your wand at me. This is what's dangerous. No, give me my wand back. If you want it so bad, you'll have to come with me. Help! Somebody! No amount of yelling can convince passerby to get involved. Neither peace officer nor adventurer are nearby to apprehend the pirate. Right when our innocent healer is about to be dragged into a pitch-black alley. Stop it right there. That's as far as you can go. Who's there? This can't be. Oh! A slash roars through the abyss of the night. Ow! My wand! What the heck is this? Slime? So sticky! Although the pirate can't tell in the dark, a sticky liquid becomes entangled in his fur right as the palm of his hand is hit by a mysterious object. Who's there? Show yourself! Who do you mean? What do you mean? Who am I, you ask? My name is Baron. I am the one who shall restore the capital's morals. Run away, you thug distributing. You thug, distributed everywhere, disturbing the night. So it's you, chivalrous Baron. Baron? The one who gives out painful punishments? So what will it be? I won't go easy on you the next strike. Damn it! Thank you so much for saving me. I mean, Sir Baron. The streets at night are really dangerous. Either don't be alone or make sure to get home before nightfall. Things may be like this for now, but I shall gain control over the evil forces and restore proper knights to the capital. Nay, the Federation! Sir Baron, your mask and clothes are melting! What? Damn! Baron panics when Charlotte informs him of this. He slings a rope of slime onto a rooftop beam and dances away into the night sky. Wow. Baron's melting suit spatters everywhere as he skillfully uses his rope of slime to escape into the shadows like a jaguar on the run. King Equus, are you alright? Baron, aka King Equus, has arrived back at his bedroom by kicking out the window. Sorry, I'm fine. It was a simple mishap. You don't have to enter. Equus is an engineering scholar who has handcrafted his own hydraulic spearheads. It is uncommon for large commotions to be heard from his private quarters. That was a close one. Jade! Slime crawls beneath his feet. The suit of slime he had worn doesn't separate from him. Rather, it gushes out from his own shadow. Good old pal, did you call me? The Shadow King of Jealousy, Jade, shows himself upon being summoned. Several days prior, he had possessed Equus and should have been expelled from the grand lairs of Blanc, despite it having been his domain. What is going on? I did exactly as you told me. This is the form I take when I'm possessed by you. Not even wearing a single bit of clothing, all because you hate me being clothed. Are you trying to expose me like that? Expose you? You have a problem with my slime suit? Don't you think it's the coolest thing ever? Then why did it start melting? That wasn't what you had promised. I just didn't care for what you had to say. I quite like the night scene of the capital right now. A vortex of sin. I won't be going anywhere so long as desire fills the air. I'm going to be meeting you countless times, Equus. What makes you think you can just get away with whatever? If you really become one with me, you will one day understand me. I will exert the power I've attained from the Federation in the same way Kun did. I won't be viewed as the king who entrapped himself. Stupid Dragon King! Barbora's harsh rebuke crosses Echo's mind. He intends to solve the problems that cannot be handled via his authority as king with his own willpower. Most importantly, with the powers invested in him by Jade, the Shadow King of Jealousy. Why are you getting so heat up? Well, I guess I don't mind, so long as I get my fill of surface magic. I don't mind your warp magic either, Equus. Hey, you haven't fulfilled your promise either, Equus. I must replenish the magic I lack from you. Do whatever you want. I will dutifully fulfill my contract with you regardless of your demonic identity. You play an integral role in restoring the night. Now you're getting it, huh? That's why I'm saying you should get more and more connected. Unfortunately, let's not get more connected because it's a not safe work scene. I'll continue to deal with you, but I won't let you have your way with me for any amount of demonic pleasure. Why are you playing so hard to get? I'll pull back. Whatever, the night is still long. There's plenty of other people out there with delicious magic waiting for me. Jade, wait! Oh my god! Okay, so it does not matter. We're gonna have to censor that. Okay. The burden is too great for me to bear another. Oh my god, they had to show it. A morning shortly after the plan to restore the capital's infrastructure was launched. My, King Equus, you look exhausted. My apologies. Don't beat yourself up over it. Everyone has been dealing with all these hard labor these past few days. It doesn't appear that your health has improved since that day. I'm personally trying my best to stay rested. I understand you're the king and feel obligated to supervise the recovery effort on the ground, but you won't get what you want accomplished without the proper grounding and spirit. King Equus is the wise leader of the Federation of Pays Blanc, a master in mechanics who single-handedly led the construction of the capital's canals and waterworks. He possessed the temperament necessary to get the job done, but he's also gentle in nature, being heavily trusted by his subjects. People directly appointed by King Equus have gathered in the throne room as the morning sun shines in. I thank you for gathering this morning so early. I ask that everyone disclose the current status of the capital's restoration. Restoration of the waterworks, which have incurred the greatest damage, is progressing on schedule. Although we've only washed out the slime from the Grand Bathhouse with the aid of the spring's water, it has resumed operations at top capacity since yesterday. Romanus hails from a noble family of mathematicians, having served as King Equus' personal instructor. Hold on, let me reduce the audio. Though he refrained from having himself stand out by staying modest, his love for the Grand Bathhouse is unequaled as he himself was responsible for its construction and management. His love for it is so intense that he has been caught up in work on the scenes disguised as a janitor. Patrons beyond its capacity has been showing up, and among those in the baths. What are you trying to say? Romanus tries to catch his breath as his face turns bright red, but once he soon regains his composure, he continues with his report. I'm referring to freeloaders. Dogs are entering the springs in droves into without paying. We mustn't leave this unchecked, but we don't have an upper hand. I send as many soldiers that I can permit there to monitor the peace. Thank you so very much. I'm grateful that it has opened up so quickly. The Grand Bathhouse is both a resting spot for the people as well as a sanitation facility. Furthermore, given its record, it is a major source of tourist revenue for Pays Blanc and is the pride of our nation. I shall prioritize its repair over even our military installations. Why not visit every now and then, King Equus? Your blueprints were crucial to its construction, so you must have some affection for it. Absolutely. You make a great point. Thank you, Romanus. Okay, new voice. I guess I'm next. My workshop is working at its maximum capacity as instructed, and we're going pretty well, I'd say. Volan hails from the Sepian Trade Association. His blacksmith's workshop specializes in fine silverworks. His enormous workshop was made possible by direct funding from the capital, accompanied with the duty of fostering artisans and disseminating his techniques. Let me just lower the volume again, because my goodness, it's really loud. Let's chill. He's the single most important such success story of the immigration policy which King Equus had been promoting. The public views him as a magnanimous craftsman who starkly contrasts the fastidious attitudes of any other Sepian artisan. But to a handful of tradesmen and adventurers, he conversely known as a very strict chief blacksmith of his own workshop. I'm relieved to hear that. Please proceed with safety as your top priority, as we cannot afford any fires or accidents. The craftsmen of my facility, which you so gracefully financed, have all been nurtured by me. We have no intention to run wild as per usual. Easy for you to say. Edgar, please remain pauper. This is still an opportunity for me to expand my brand. Though budgeting and deadlines may be tough, I shall do my best to meet the demand. Such strong conviction. Oh, and one thing I'd like to mention to you, Edgar. The workers you sent over are all horrible. They're always late and carrying off with supplies. I'd appreciate it if you send me over men who are a bit more serious. So sorry for that, Volun. Edgar, offer your report now. Yes, the Adventurers Guild is functioning as a go-between for manpower. Given the urgent need for labor, we have been matching work sites with individuals regardless of their visa or guild registration statuses, which have regrettably lowered the quality that we provide. Be glad we're at peace now. The Dragon King and Magical Beast ordeals are over. Low-wage jobs are inevitably done by rough guys. Tightening the hiring pool or raising compensation, both would be appropriate measures to consider. No, I believe our current measures are enough. Any change to our course of action will just allow for slime to expand its bounds. Since I recognize the independence of the countryside city-states, I know you face the impact of lost tax revenue and budget power the most. It's fine, really. I'm used to handling riffraff. I see. It can't be helped then. I'm sorry for how this just sounds like an excuse, but it's nothing against you personally. I fully understand. Our recovery is the fruit of everyone's labor, despite our budget and expertise deficits. So, it would seem that our mutual problem is the deterioration of law and order. Boy, I would love to have a chance to interact with the chivalrous Baron guy. Echo's expression freezes as he remains seated in his place at the council table. This clear attempt at shifting the attention to gossip has spared everyone else from the somber mood of the council's reporting, as it was either that, or continue wrapping their heads around irresolvable issues. Minister Morgan, you know of the rumors too? Yes, of course. I've yet to meet him, but I'm dying to get the chance. I heard that he's quite the warhawk, laying down the law with his fist of steel. He's also apparently skilled at the whip. Equus! Huh. If chivalry is his thing, then I think it's best we let him do as he wishes. Even if he's not affiliated with us, if he's aiming for the same goal, then that's all the better for us. What's more, it's not like he's renounced the world. He has a sense of justice, just like the adventurers who fought the Dragon King. Indeed. With that, council's adjourned. King Equus, I shall be taking my leave so that I can get back to configuring the budget. Oh, hi. Hello, Bartlett. You just came to my pools. Okay. Let me figure out how to voice Bartlett. Okay. Is it over yet? Does he really need me if he's getting a spy involved in something huge? You really are a worthless royal guard. Oh, sorry, it's just... Special Agent Bartlett and Royal Guard Korka enter as Minister Morgans pass them by. Bartlett quickly walks towards the throne, bringing along with him the smells of the slum. It would appear that a special directive is about to be issued to them. Allow me to thank you both for coming exactly on time. I truly appreciate it. Tell me what this is about. Is there a case? Hey, what are you doing? You mustn't be disrespectful to the king. It's fine. This is how he always is. And I'm the one to cut to the chase as well. As you are both aware, the capital is currently undergoing recovery from the slime attack we incurred the other day. We have been rushing the recovery by gathering vagabond adventurers, who are not actual citizens, which has unfortunately resulted in the deterioration of law and order in the capital. The bourgeoisie has already fled to the city-states. At this rate, the only thing left in the capital will be slime. Of course, directing soldiers to control the capital and improve order would be my first move. Sadly, the shortage of hands is so severe that we can't keep good enough care of our soldiers. I haven't been able to properly hand out medals of honor. Well, I'm sure collusion and corruption are just a free-for-all, huh? Which is why I'm proposing to form an investigation squad with the three of us that is under my direct control. An investigation squad does sound cool. A special directive from the king holds great responsibility. This is all interesting and fine with me, but why are we dealing with this royal guard? Huh? Are you worrying about me or something? I guess I don't really know why I was chosen either. Horka, you are very knowledgeable about what the adventurers are getting into. You've registered with the guild and gone on plenty of quests, haven't you? Correct. Horka stiffens up when he hears Equus mention this. It's more than within the realm of possibility that he could be discharged of his duties for having his side job figured out. I am terribly sorry for doing so. I've just been struggling terribly with my finances at home. Wait a minute. This royal guard here has been taking the taxpayers' money while also doing a side gig? Are you kidding me? I have no issue with it. As mentioned earlier, it is my responsibility for our budget's shortfalls. If anything, his side job is convenient now. I want to probe the true state of things from a different perspective, from that of Edgar. So the day Ed's wrongdoing becoming exposed is approaching. What are you talking about, Equus? I know he's got something to do with what's going on now too. Boss becomes suddenly agitated by Equus' mentioning of Edgar. This provides a glimpse of his personal enmity towards Edgar, which starkly contrasts his motive of gathering facts to find the truth in his detective work. Of course, the dark rumors involving the Adventurers Guild likely do involve Edgar, but he's always been left without any conclusive evidence. I am the one who appointed him as Guildmaster. He continues to have my utmost trust. However, I myself also believe that he may be involved in something major. The first thing I'm asking you to do is investigate. I want to know what is becoming of the law and order in our fine capital. Then upon finding out where the problem is, you must kill it at the source. Preventing cases from happening will be a major objective of our investigation squad. Kill it at the source? That doesn't sound like the gentle King Equus I know. Are you even going to trust who's doing the work on the front line? The actual work will be done by me. By you, King Equus? I'm prepared for what's to come, but my fear lies in how greater of an issue things will develop into. After all, this whole dilemma was my fault. Say what? Jade! Equus calls out into the void of the throne room, and in an instant, green slime begins to ooze out from the shadows beneath his feet. You called me? It's slime! What is the magical beast doing here? Stop it all this racket. You want me to eat you? Have no fear, for my bond with him keeps him controlled. Whenever I refuse to supply jade magic, he spatters away. Look at you sounding all important. I am not being used by you in particular. Anyone is fine with me in my quest to feast on surface magic. The only reason I'm with you is because we're compatible. Compatible? You look pretty delicious too. Stop it! Don't get any closer! It's amazing how you managed to be a royal guard if this is how you freak out. Ever since I got my ass handed to me by the slime and all that turmoil, I've just been, well, I wouldn't really say I'm bad at these situations, but... Let me get straight to the point. I've been utilizing Jade's power to fight face to face with the evil, which aims to corrupt our capital. Wait! King Equus? That can't be! You don't mean... I've been hiding as much as I've been able to the past several days under the guise of chivalrous Baron. But my power alone is not alone. I'm reluctant to say this, but I ask that you two help put an end to the calamity I started. Fighting fire with the fire, huh? So you're not the virtuous king that I thought. I'm actually intrigued. Of course, it's my pleasure to honor any command from you, King Equus. I'm very grateful. Alright then, it's time to get started with investigating the scenes at hand. Considering the movement of people and the influence those places would have, I believe we should hit up the Adventurers Guild, Volan's workshop, as well as the Grand Bathhouse, and make sure we prioritize our findings there. Understood! You know, given all this, I'm really surprised. Huh. So anyway, I think that's all for this. I'm gonna edit the first part because I need to take a break in between recording. Alright, let us proceed to mediating shady quest. Oh my goodness. Okay, so as you know, the stars are meant to represent not safe for work scenes, but we're not gonna be watching that or else I'm gonna get banned. The Adventurers Guild facilitates as a go-between the supply of manpower for quests in the Federation. Originally, it was established by the Federation as a means of recruiting soldiers for defending itself from the foreign invasion and the Dragon King, which didn't involve drafting citizens or mercenaries. The guild, however, first began as a social gathering spot for people who frequent pubs and coffee shops. Equus appointed Edgar, a plebeian pub owner, as guild master. He maintains deep and long-reaching ties within the aristocrat and adventurer communities alike, allowing him to contribute as a perfect quest intermediary as intended. We're gonna go. We got Barlets and Korka. First, if we're gonna find clues, we need to start here. This place is still booming despite the loss of quests to take down the Dragon King. On the guild's quest bulletin board are numerous labor requests issued by the government for repairing their waterworks and disposing of wreckage. It doesn't seem like there are any quests for taking down magical beasts or ones issued by individuals. The Adventurers Guild is a federal institution, institution, so the government's quest takes priority, I would imagine. It's just with these rewards they're offering, who would be desperate enough to bite. I wouldn't even budge for this little. Barlet scowls at one of the flyers he has in his hand. Despite the scores of offers, the rewards are far from lucrative. You're so poor that you had to do these kinds of quests on your days off? No, you see, the quests I've undertaken were before all the chaos that happened in the capital. Nowadays, soldiers such as myself have had 0 days off cause we're being made to do this and that for the recovery. Then, would this many people really be here for all these quests if they're that bad? Something seems off. Barlet takes another good look around the guild. It's evident that there are many adventurers coming in and out that aren't citizens of the capital. However, among the crowd, he could also spot citizens who were clearly aristocrats. We might have some black market-like facilitating going on here. At every which table, some sort of negotiation are obviously being conducted. It was evident that they were wary of Barlets and Korka, perhaps paying mind to their detective gazes. Hey, if it ain't Korka and Barlets, you guys here to obstruct my operations? Edgar! Oh, sorry, I was just taken aback. Yeah, I'm joking. King Equus informed me that you two would be coming. Hey, what's going on here exactly? There's obviously shady quests being offered left and right here. This place started as a pub. I don't care what my patrons are discussing at their tables. Furthermore, I wouldn't be able to intervene in their conversations even if I wanted to. Put a stop to these deals between clients. You have no idea what sort of shady work could be spreading because of this. Yes, because of whatever this going on here, man. Have you lost your mind? If I did that, they'd just choose another place to do business. You're right, so long as immigrant poverty and adventures are things, that won't ever be solved. I guess you have a point. But you're just gonna leave it all unchecked? There's gotta be some really awful ones in the mix. It is well within reason that an adventurer struggling to make ends meet to have money for tomorrow to undertake dirty quests. Barlets, I'm telling you, it's not that simple. The adventurers and the impoverished have their own situations to justify their actions. Completely restricting black market negotiations just feels like it'd be targeting the weak, so I'd be reluctant to support that. Leave it to a soldier to back him up on this. It's because of you worthless soldiers that left chivalrous Bara no choice but to do the hard work himself. But we have our own stuff to do. A chivalrous Baron? The very mention of Baron's name frightens many of the adventurers present in the room. All eyes in the guard are on the three of them. Edgar, are you really gonna give those detectives info about Baron so they can arrest him? Please stop! No, go ahead and arrest that dude. It's because of him that Everyone, please calm down. I'd never do such a thing. It would seem that Chivalrous Baron has caught everyone's attention in the Federation. He has just as many supporters as he does enemies who have it in for him. A tense atmosphere consumes the guild as people have become suddenly aware of their discords. What's all this? Is he really that famous? It's a disgrace of me as a soldier to say this, but he's managed to crack down on areas we haven't even been able to touch. Okay, I get it. I guess it'd be too naive for us to regulate intermediaries. My bad for making the suggestion. It's fine. Everyone's struggling and on the edge. Be careful, cause you really are obstructing my operations here. I think it might be best to crack down on clearly legal activity and go from there. Ed, I would just want to make sure, but you have handled dangerous quests. Why do you always have to be so menacing? So sorry. It's just that you're always a worry of mine. Yes, I know. We'll be leaving for now, but if you're ever in a bind, don't feel like you have to handle it alone. You can always consult with me. Thanks, Barlets. Chival's Barn, huh? Okay, we got that one. Next is Casefa Aristocrat Black Market Auction. By the way, if there are a bit of some necessary plot lines in some of the not safe requests, I will cut them off. I have previous footage of the other one, so yeah. Let's go for Casefa Aristocrat Black Market Auction. Just as Bartlett had suspected, after earnest investigation, it did come to light that private illegal offers were being forged at the Adventurers Guild. What caught the attention of the investigation squad the most was intel regarding prostitution. King Equus has outlawed slavery in line with his humanitarian doctrine, but the bourgeoisie, who flaunt the law, and those who disdain immigrants, often participate in this illegal activity. As far as I know from what I heard from friends, this building is where it's happening. So our lead was right. Did you ask which organization is in control? Unfortunately, I wasn't able to ask everything. That was my bad. Korga is well connected at the guild due to being such a hot commodity as a registered healer. Demand from him as a group member is high, and he has used his face to cooperate with directly interviewing numerous adventurers. There has to be a good reason for why not even my friends want to talk about it. At this rate though, the rich are just going to get away with abusing the impoverished. If we could just get a hold of some solid evidence, we could mobilize the soldiers. It's fine. I don't care if I have to be the one who lays down the law. That was my intent anyway. That strong smell. Did it be the chaos I desire? It is my destiny to correct that chaos. Jade, lend me your power. So annoying. Are you really lecturing me, Equus? A demon, which can discern between what's right and what's wrong, isn't so simple, you know. I guess that makes sense. You'll just have to see the consequences for yourself. Magical beasts like yourself have no credibility saying that. Leave the rest afterwards to me. Sir Baron, I wish you the best of luck. If you're not back at our designated time, I'm gonna head in. Oh my goodness. What's happening? I'm gonna mute that. Oh? This background looks familiar. Equus infiltrates a typical private residence from the back entrance. Though it seemed like a run-of-the-mill vacant home from the outside, the further he went down the staircase leading to the cellar, it was clear that people were gathered below just from the heat being exuded. I'm not gonna voice that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for gathering tonight. Who is that? You know, his voice. It cannot be! What are you doing? Auction? What are you selling? Let's commence the auction at once. You, this way now. A boy? Your child? Wait a second. This is crazy. Oh my god. A beastonoid yote stumbles onto the platform. He is likely of Verdantian birth. The mass aristocrats gathered stare at the yote to both inspect him and satisfy their curiosity. This lad here has 3 years experience working for a distinguished family. He knows how to work the fields, be an office boy, and perform. What's more, as I'm sure you all know, the best is yet to come. Once you bought your time. This can't be taking place! This seller's undoubtedly an auction site for the black market slave trade. The clientele whispering amongst themselves appeared to be aristocrats, but they were all cloaked and masked. What is happening, bro? Oh my god! Equus! Y'all, okay. Equus, man, you have been neglecting your duties. My goodness, man, like what? This is the second event, by the way. Y'all, this is crazy. Then, of course, there's an auctioneer working up the crowd. His tone and demeanor could not be fully masked, no matter how hard the attempt. He is the Adventurers Guild Master, Edgar, without a shadow of a doubt. What on earth is this? Edgar is at the center of the human trafficking. Equus himself is responsible for having appointed him as the Adventurers Guild Master. The trust he had in this man crumbles with a bang, yet his astonishment is quickly replaced with his righteous indignation, which remains undaunted in the face of illegal activity. Alright, bidding starts now. Chivalrous Baron, the one and only, has arrived. Put an end to this illegal auction at once. Chivalrous Baron? King The aristocrats flee like little spiders the moment Baron jumps onto the platform. Now, if you could let me in on everything that's happening here. Baron exclaims as inches closer to the auctioneer. To his surprise, it's the lad standing on the platform who grabs a hold of the thighs of our equine beastnoids, shaking with rage. Wait, Baron! This is what I asked for! If I'm sent back to that estate, they'll... What? If no one buys me tonight, you have no idea what'll happen to me! It doesn't appear that the lad is lying or being coerced to say this. Hold on everyone, please wait. This just adds an element of surprise to our event. The narrow state of the entrance to the cellar amplifies the fear of the crowd as panic ensues, which prompts Edgar to take back control of the scene. Our special guest, Chivalrous Baron, is making his public debut here tonight. Is he our friend or our foe? Oh my god, he is manipulating the public! He's manipulating the public, that's crazy. Huh? Though Baron himself is utterly astonished, perhaps due to Edgar's charisma or the aristocrat's composure, everyone was reassured by his ad-lib. Edgar, what are you doing here? Tell me this is a joke. You're the one who must be joking after having sniffed this out. This is no joke. Be that as it may to think that you are Baron. Hold it right there. You know very well the punishment for this exceeds dismissal of your duties. Yes, I'll accept all penalties once this is over. At any rate, we need to find that kind of buyer who isn't nearly as bad as the one he has now. Y'all, this is crazy, man. This is crazy. But that would mean, or what? Are you saying you'll buy? You wouldn't use taxpayer money, right? Y'all, this is crazy. Yo, this is actually crazy. Edgar knew exactly that King Equus could never pay for the lad's freedom directly with funds directly from the treasury. Thousands are suffering all the same. He finds himself standing at a crossroads. The choice to execute justice is pressing on him. Even though he's dealt with trouble on the throne, he's always been able to issue decisions. Yet, when has he ever wavered this much? That's it. You'll make the purchase, King Equus. That's it. There's no other way. Just do as I say here. Alright folks, the surprise continues. Tonight's entertainment will be strip show featuring Chivalrous Barn for charity. Strip show? We're not showing this, by the way. Tonight is your only chance to witness the physical form of the man who takes down evil in the name of justice. The one and only Chivalrous Baron, who appears out of nowhere during the night here in the capital of our fine federation. I'm definitely waking for people. The donations you have all made this evening will be donated to the maids and butlers. Edgar! There are several others lined up after that lad. I intend to reach 1,000,000 Dracos tonight. It would seem Chivalrous Baron isn't fully prepared for his first time. But leave all the dirty details to me. I'll make sure everything gets done. Wait 1 second. Stripping means I'll be naked, right? I can't get naked. No! Equus awakes well past noon, his vision blurry as he remains overwhelmed by built-up fatigue and lack of sleep. It's pathetic for me to be like this when so many tasks are piling that I must take care of. His languid demeanor closely resembles how it was to be possessed by Jade. The line between dream and reality and night and day merely blur together. How can I show my face to the people? Even so, what had occurred the evening prior was nothing less than real, engraved in both mind and body, a pain he had never felt before. His whole body aches, as if every muscle he had hardly used were specifically targeted to maximize the aching. King Equus? King Equus, are you here? Ah, yes, you're free to enter. The owner of this more than familiar voice beyond the door is none other than his Edgar, the one man who he wanted to meet the most, yet avoided at the same time. I'm so sorry, I thought it was Romanus. Pardon my entry. Sorry, I sounded a little different today. The one thing that has changed since his fiasco with Jade is that he's no longer lonely. As for whether their bond is one of complicity or servitude, that remains very much in the air. Edgar, about yesterday. I've made sure to take care of that Verdantian yotes in the way you think was best. Your tip-out was so big that there was even change left over, even after smoothly negotiating with their masters. Of course, these bourgeois masters have been keeping these yotes as slaves. Wow, Equus, such a fine kingdom you rule. Thanks to your showing off them skin, I have no problem giving them their next jobs. So many people were willing to collaborate. The support was truly baffling. To think that a chivalrous vigilante would even dare to pick a fight with the bourgeoisie. There was nothing joyous to Equus about having exposed himself like that to his citizens. Hey, don't beat yourself up over it. Everyone's concern was thankful for what you did. I've been worrying whether I'd be chosen by the people once the... You spelled throne wrong. Once the throne became obsolete. Men like Alec, Morgan, and even you would be far more fitting to be in control of the nation. You chose Edgar as while people control the nation, bro. We're gonna have slave auction every single day because of this. My goodness. Regardless, my feelings towards the Federation, which I love so dearly, haven't changed. In my fight to prove that, I chose to take on the role of Chivalrous Baron. Goodness, my pessimistic outlook is really showing today, isn't it? Just as there are things you can only achieve as king, there are plenty of other things you could get done because you wouldn't be king. Plus, doesn't that make you a little more at ease knowing you don't have to worry about succession? Edgar comes over to Equus, who remains perched up on his bed and rubs his... Oh my god, with his crotch with an oh-so-familiar touch. There's nothing wrong about getting into that sort of action either, you know. This is the reason why all of this is starting, by the way. Good grief, shall I introduce you to a nice-looking adventurer? Edgar. So you have gotten better. That two of us can't just be having fun together. Now's the time to work. W-O-R-K, you hear? It looks like the investigation squad is heading to the Grand Bathhouse today. A lot of people are sure to be gathered there. You're right about that. I too ought to be heading that way. Peering out the window, Equus notices how the sun is just now starting to set. Before long, Net will have returned once more. Ah, this background looks familiar. Wow. Ugh. What the heck is he freaking doing? The Grand Bathhouse, a major destination in the capital of Pays Blanc. This is the one place that attracts all who drift into the country. Plumbing has been exceptionally problematic since the slime catastrophe. Yet despite half of the facility rendered inoperable, it is constantly at full capacity with adventurers returning from quests. The excitement this place brings to visitors is not limited to just bathing. Bartlett, how's the investigation going? Well, it doesn't seem like anything major is happening here at the Grand Bathhouse. It used to never operate at night though. So when exactly did it start getting so crowded late into the night? My goodness, man. Equus, you have, like, most of the retainers that you have here are criminals! My goodness! This site is directed at the entrance where plenty of patrons are going in and out. It would appear that many citizens are turning out to utilize it as a place to relax after a long day of physical labor. No, their hours of operation still end in the evening. Romanus is entrusted with managing the place, so hearing all this is a first for me. I do think it's certain that only half of the facility's installations are working, but judging from the obvious demand, it wouldn't be a surprise that they would remain open longer for hours, well past close. So long as it remains possible to pump fresh hot water, it wouldn't be too difficult to extend the bathhouse hours of operation. Romanus is particularly passionate about the upkeep of its sanitization standard, so it would be hard to believe that he would slack on the very maintenance he cares so much about. Well, I don't really mind either way if that's going to be your conclusion. That is hardly a case compared to the prostitution ring we uncovered yesterday. There aren't even any reports of injury from here either. Putting all that aside though, it's likely that a place like this would affect not so much the order, but the city's morale. What do you mean? I mean morals, not morale. What the hell? Wait a minute, so not even you, the king, knows anything? When does this guy know everything, Bartlett? You mean he didn't even know about the whole auction site that was happening? You think he would know about what's happening in the Grand Bathhouses? Like, come on now. Listen real closely. What goes on in this facility is something else. It's just a bunch of horny men. When is this game never about horny men? No way! Are you serious?
Quit trying to interject your views unnecessarily. Is all this too much to hear for our innocent little baby?
Ugh, Jade!
I love this place. I want to let you guys ruin it. This place is like a whirlpool of desire for everyone to become one. Ah, all the fresh magic. Weren't you pleasuring yourself all afternoon, stupid dog? How many times exactly did you bust that nut? If you know what I mean.
Pleasuring yourself? I can't believe it! Shut up! What do you even know about that? Oh! It's the water of the hot springs! The groundwater! That's how he's interfering! Oh no! So that means everyone's inside the bathhouse will end up just like me after I had drunk the well water!
Even without the use of my emeralds, I can easily take over your lower extremities!
Oh no! Romanus is in danger! Horka! That dull bastard falling straight for the trap! Oh my god. Hello. Damn it. So I guess it's one of those situations where, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. Wait, what? What do you mean Rome? Rome exists in this world, Bartlett? What are you talking about? It's just unheard of for someone having to lead an investigation in the nude. And I'm censoring that, probably. Ugh. Yeah, I'm censoring that. Hold on! The Grand Bathhouse is enshrouded in mist formed by the colder night air mixing with the steam from the hot springs. Visibility, especially around the sauna, is close to zero, having undergone countless renovations and expansions. The floor plan is completely different from what Equus had remembered designing, leaving him no choice but to slowly walk forward while feeling for the walls. Romanus! Romanus! The tone in Equus' voice made it clear that he was very concerned whether he should even be raising his voice or not, given their dangerous circumstance. Then again, there's little wonder that the place is filled with adventurers from all over Pays Blanc bathing here, which ironically only adds to his anxieties. Just as he had feared, every man there was engrossed in some impassionate love fest. The scene which Barlitz had warned of was every bit true as he had described. Hordes of men drowning in heat, unable to hold back their carnal instincts as if they were being possessed. As traumatizing as this was for Chivalrous Baron to see, it was almost in his benefit that they were too entranced to even notice him. He's blushing. Seeing before his eyes how a facility designed by his own hands had turned into a cesspool of raw desire so heart-wrenching for Equus that he's gasping for air only to hardly breathe at all. It wasn't the case, though, that he viewed these men as immoral beasts. On the contrary, he was writhing in anger out of blatant jealousy. Rhino man! Oh my goodness, I'm having to censor a lot of these ones here. Hey there. Are you looking for someone? Or did you get lost, perhaps? It's pretty spacious in here after all. Urbanus! Through the steam, a giant man with a familiar voice comes into view. Romanus is so passionate about managing the bathhouse on site that it should come as no surprise that even Equus has heard of how he performs massages for patrons and can even be spotted doing the custodial work himself. No, I'm just a typical old rhino janitor, Chivalrous Baron. I don't have time for your charades. This place is being heavily impacted by Jade. If the capital were to fall under his control again, you mustn't raise your voice. All patrons must follow the rules in the baths. We ask that everyone refrain from remaining clothed. Understood. Could you at least halt your late-night operations? Why should I? This is when the people are most fatigued and are in need of reprieve. This is where they come from for that solace. Allowing them to let loose for a little longer is a good thing, don't you think? Why, you ask? Well, the musky smell of sticky sweat, and of course, the sound of men moaning and grinding against each other, piercing the eardrums. In the shadows of each and every marble pillar, it's a pair of men in mid-coitus. He's still dizzy from the revelation the bathhouse, despite the fact he was the one who designed it, is nothing more than a filthy watering hole. Has someone tipped you off? As far as I can see, there's no commotion, and I haven't heard of anyone being injured. These men, leading this way, in our distinguished capital's grandest bathhouse, in our entire tradition. Okay, I swear. I'm gonna have to really change a lot. Good grief, where the heck is he? He hasn't met back with Korka ever since splitting off at the Grand Bathhouse during their investigation that afternoon. It's already difficult finding someone there when it's so crowded. Well, I guess he's already home. No sense losing out on time by worrying about him. Gotta say though, this place is much worse than it was during the day. Barlett's eyes point towards where the baths are. Men can be seen squirming about within the shadows of the pillars. One of the men is a beastnoid, his tail wagging out of pleasure. It's more than obvious what is happening without having to get a closer look. It was common knowledge for Jade manifesting himself in the capital that this place was known for being a watering hole of such. There's no sign of anyone trying to hide what's going on. Horny men are strutting themselves about with their medals dangling as they all participate in this free-for-all orgy. Wow. He has thought that this was caused by the waves of people arriving to the capital, but it would also make perfect sense for this to due to Jade. Barlett's admittedly was no different than one of those beastonoids men that afternoon, though it was hard to say whether that was actually due to the rousing hot springs and mist. I guess I should go home too. I'm sure the king can figure something out. Yuck, it's so filthy. In the dark of the changing room, Barlet steps into something sticky. It wouldn't be strange for it to be spewed, the spewed remain of lovemaking. It wouldn't be strange for it to be the spewed remnants of lovemaking. Wait a minute, is this slime? Regardless, if someone had brought this to replace lube, it is still a huge bother. What are you... Oh my god. Barlet's keen eyes pick up on the sound of slime sloshing around. Of course, the sound is emanating from where two men are joined together. And again, the sound is terribly close. They have to be somewhere in this dark changing room. Ugh. Although he knows that this is the work of a Shadow King, he can't be helped but become a little excited. Of course. I'm not a peace officer or soldier. So, how about we just bang? Doesn't it feel good? Yeah, more. Just as this playful love fest was working him up, he realizes this owner of that voice is none other than the person he was looking for. Korka? Oh my god. Oh, thankfully you have pants on, Barlet. Thankfully. Absolutely not. Barlet hurriedly fastened on his undergarment and belt. He would never forgive himself if he let the very sort of man he rebukes seize his own erect manhood. Furthermore, what the hell is on you? Oh, Jave gave this to me. So it is him. Don't you have a wife and kid? Get a hold of yourself. I think it's too late for that, Barlet. This man is a cheater. Don't scold me for that right now, okay? Jade Slime makes it feel so good keeping this dirty secret between these adventures that it's impossible to resist. Weren't you the one who left me hanging to get down and dirty this afternoon? I wanna let loose sometime too, you know. And just like that, Jade was there. That explains the jealousy. Are you trying to betray Equus, selling your soul to a Shadow King? He sold his soul to a Shadow King, what do you mean? Barlets. I'm not intending to do that, it's just... I don't really think that our capital right now is all that bad. Yet you're in the Royal Guard. Yeah, you're in the Royal Guards, man. Let's convince him together. You of all people would get pretty lonely if this place got cracked down, am I wrong? Is this all completely separate from how you're aiding and abetting a Shadow King? What about Equus? My goodness, y'all, Barlets, please. Please, please look at what's in front of you. I want to avoid fighting as much as possible, but if you found yourself feeling this good, I think you'd understand. It's kind of exciting when things get a little out of hand. I'm not going to lose to some homewrecker. You did. Whether I win or lose, just don't tell my wife about any of this. What has gotten into you? We're back here again. Well, it appears that the capital's restoration is mostly going as planned. The day when our citizens who evacuate to the countryside return to the city is approaching quickly. This is all thanks to you, King Equus. Your leadership has been stupendous. Our labor needs are also being met. Several fine workers have stuck around on call. Indeed, this is all thanks to everyone's hard work. Although the capital's restoration appears to be going smoothly, based on these reports being made in the Federation Assembly, Equus' long face tells a different story. Who can forget the persistent rumors about Chivalrous Baron? They're just looking at like, oh, oh my god. It's said that he's forcefully entering estates, taking off with hidden assets owned by aristocrats, and so on. Complaints from influential people demanding his arrest keep flooding in, but how should we even make our move? Oh, you're talking about those things. Until there is concrete evidence, we can't really get involved. So far, the only men in the room aware of how Equus' poor condition isn't merely being caused by accumulated fatigue, is Edgar and Romanus. Does that conclude everything on our agenda today? Very well, in that case, everyone is dismissed. Well then, I shall be taking my leave, King Equus. It would appear that your lack of health is persisting. Occasional rest is a must, Your Grace. Thank you for your concern. Baron sure is popular. Even at the guild, people either love or hate him. Should just come out already. King Equus, you're the sovereign head of state of this federation. You should present yourself as being a little more confident. You can't really say that law and order is going too well still. This is where you ought to truly show your position. Your supporters outweigh the naysayers. Regardless of that, since everything that happened, there's that, huh? So that's what's dragging you down. I've arrived. It seems like Bartlett's will be a little late. What's this? It's a bit crowded in here today, huh? Understood. Alright then. Jade, show yourself.
Here you go, sounding weird again. Don't you know we're already one with each other?
Anyway, about the Grand Bathhouse, I would like for us to have shutting it down left on the table.
Whoa, what's the meaning of this? Equus, you can't be serious with this sudden nonsense, are you?
Oh! What? Your Grace! What did you say? If the Grand Bathhouse were to be exploited by Shadow King for the purpose of sucking up magic, it could result in the same sort of calamity that we just experienced. But to go against the will of the people, not to mention how it would worsen the public sanitation, and to do it right now would negatively affect all of those who wandered here, its primary source of patrons. Furthermore, we would be stuck with having to explain why exactly it's been shut down indefinitely. Just as everyone is trying to grapple with this dilemma, an unexpected person barges into the assembly room, kicking down the door in the process. Who is it? Oh, hi, Barbaros. What's this talk of shutting it down? Are you all trying to steal pleasure away from me, the Dragon King? Dragon King Barbaros! If you're just concerned about Shadow King's meddling, then wouldn't you want to hear what the person who knows the most about them has to say? He was just doing whatever he pleases at the very Grand Bathhouse we're talking about, so I figured I'd bring him along with me. So Mr. Dragon King is opposed to it being shut down. Shutting it down would be pointless. I understand that this is something you, the hero of diligence, would come up with. Even if you were told to stop, that just wouldn't come about naturally. Hero of diligence? Are you really talking about me? Correct. You know all too well that your people aren't as wise as you. Not Barbaros also supporting the fact that he's wise as well, y'all. You know what? Do you want me to make a video applying the principles of Niccolo Machiavelli to King Equus? We have so much content of this man. I think we can do it. Besides, why do you think it is that so many people have come to live here? Your belief it has something to do with the authority you guys have. It has everything to do with this land's dragon vein. Dragon vein? The magic flowing from the Grand Lair, which has concealed the Shadow King of sinful desire, formed Dragon Vein. The benefactors of that Dragon Vein have been you. This land's Dragon Vein, you say? Our Federation is certainly blessed with bountiful rivers, grasslands, and small lairs. Our neighbors in the Empire of Apollonia have been blessed with strategic resources since ancient times. Was that also due to a Shadow King of sinful desire? The Empire to the east expanded via invasion with the help of gluttony. Similarly, the flourishing proliferation on the continent to the west is due to lust. What's allowed you to prosper is the unification which jealousy provided. As a result, all the riffraff of creation gathers here on these flat plains, providing the strength needed to form a powerful nation. Are you trying to mock the people of our Federation? We are not riffraff! Putting aside how Mr. Dragon King felt like he had to aggravate us and telling us this, it would appear that our prosperity is tied to the strength of a Shadow King. Our resources are thanks to Dragon Vein. Its sightseeing and ease of living count as resources. There's much to be had here.
Didn't I say we should just get along already? See what I mean?
Well, that doesn't really have any bearing on whether I close the Grand Bathhouse. What I'm telling you is that to have this Shadow King in good company, at the very least, Jealousy there has clearly chosen you, Equus, the hero of diligence. Me?
This silver spoon made me lose to you, flailing Dragon King, and your failure of a dragon. But I haven't given up just yet. One of these days, I'll have the magic built up to take down you and everything you hold dear, Dragon King.
I have no intention of ever dealing with the likes of you, who had to get linked up with a king who's only entrapped himself. Just try to sever your ties with this Dragon King, and see what happens. You'll just go down the path of decline. So I guess it isn't a bad thing to be in good company with the Shadow King.
Hey, are you gonna put aside your own infidelity?
Oh, so you found out. Leave it to a detective to sniff out a lie.
You sure don't learn from your mistakes, huh?
Even though I lost yesterday, I haven't given up either. Ugh. Given all this, could you please reconsider your thoughts on shutting down the Grand Bathhouse? Well, we are certainly in debt to the Dragon King. Although further investigation is still necessary, what has been said is undoubtedly true. So for now, I'll be prudent with how I move forward.
Well, just make sure to always keep me in mind.
Oh, thank goodness! Ooh, so close to losing my livelihood. Equus, I have something else to report. It's about Volan from the workshop. I'm not 100% certain that he's the culprit, but... Volan! Please tell me this is a joke! Barlett has brought to light a rumor of yet another new scandal. There is a suspicion that Volan is peddling expensive armament to rookie adventurers. He is the chief blacksmith of his own workshop, featuring his own brand of armament bearing his name. The ornamentation exemplifies his innovative inspirations and proven skills fostered by his upbringing in the Sepian Trade Association. He has been hailed as a brilliant success story of the Federation's immigration policy, having boosted his status of blacksmith servicing the Novo Riche class and other merchants. Even the brand of King Equus' own set of armor is Volan. This is Volan we're talking about! There's no way this could be true! With what's happening at the Adventurers Guild and the Grand Bathhouse, I have had enough of all of these incidents occurring under my own retainers' jurisdictions.
Hold on now. I have nothing to do with this one. I could never last in a place as hot as the workshop.
Well, although this isn't proven fact yet,
where there's smoke, there's fire.
The store itself is quite famous though. I've seen pairs of rookie adventurers wielding Volan's armor and sword. Their armaments were so sparkly and new, there's no way I could ever forget. I thought for a moment that those adventurers were aristocrats in origin, but I was surprised to find out that they had them because they had been advised to do so by Volan. Though Barlett hadn't found the concrete evidence he is hoping for, his experience leads him to believe that Volan is guilty. Capital funds have gone to his workshop. Those purchases from the root cause of the debt crisis afflicting adventurers. If this is true that he's exploiting from them for money, that means this is a major scandal. This only exacerbates economic inequality. We must rectify this matter before it causes an insurrection. I personally would like to confirm all this directly with the person in question, but I doubt he would admit to it being true, considering his position. I hope we can at least avoid having this issue left unsettled. What shall I do? May I procure with a follow-up? No, I'll go myself. It is imperative that this issue be corrected and solved. The man needed to resolve this issue is none other than Chivalrous Barra. This isn't gonna go horribly. Looks like this piece is almost complete. It is a typical night in Pays Blanc. The heart of Volan's workshop remains ablaze even after he closes up shop, while he silently compiles his progress reports regarding his latest production. Most rookies throw in the towel from the heat waves rippling through the workshop, but Volan is especially attuned to the heat. Just when it would seem that the day's work has come to a close, Volan resumes production by taking out a piece of half-finished armor That lad was stupid happy. The face of a certain brazen rookie adventurer crosses Volan's mind. Everyone is like that at the start. The valiant piece of solid iron, though rustic and only partially chiseled, is remarkably sturdy and heavy. Even flexible armor such as chainmail require a considerable amount of time and effort to allow for satisfactory mobility when worn. Then again, it's utterly absurd for rookie adventurers to even think about wielding armor made of iron. I must make it even heavier. Volan is admired by every adventurer, so much so they are willing to order directly with him, the chief blacksmith, to ensure that he is the one who handles the manufacturing. Whenever Volan lays sight on an adventurer he deems diamond ore incarnate, he bestows the lad with a set of armament he wielded himself. Of course, the armament is always far too heavy. The ulterior motive is that the lad transforms into a stronger adventurer through said armament. It is as if he's trying to recreate them into an ideal masterpiece, just like how he tempers iron into the perfect shape in the heart of his workshop. Alas, too many adventurers cannot withstand the weight of his creations, which end up being discarded then sold, unbeknownst to him, in the city's marketplace. Wow. Waste of money then. Who's there? Chief Blacksmith Volun. It's nice to make your acquaintance. The name is Chivalrous Baron. Oh! I've heard the rumors. It can't be really you, He already knows. He already knows. I've come to confirm whether a rumor involving you is true. Allow me to be straight to the point. Are you forcibly selling your expensive armament brand to unsuspecting adventurers? I have no recollection of having done that. Unfortunately for you, I have no such money problems. If that's so, then let me ask you if it's true that you've given certain adventurers armaments free of charge. It is my right to handle my private assets however I see fit. Both Baron's and Volan's gazes land on half-finished armor left on his workbench. His workshop is a semi-public institution. Excessive privatization of its assets, including resources, equates to misappropriation of funds. I can't allow how I use my workshop be questioned like this. This is quite a grueling interrogation, Sir Baron. You have quite the nerve barging into my workplace to do so. I've come here to confirm the suspicion. Suspicion? The suspicion that you... It's melting. Not gonna lie, this, Oh, sorry. Just then, Echo's suit begins to melt away like a goo. Extreme heat is Jade's weak point. That you drive adventurers into debt by coercing them to make payments to you. I've also heard that those payments you demand are not monetary ones. You demand that adventurers pay you with their bodies. Baron regurgitates? Baron regurgitates Barlett's report. An aura of pleasure oozes out from the marks of past shameful behavior etched into his body, whose sensitivity is constantly heightened due to Jade's slime suit. No amount of self-deprecation could spare him of the humiliation of his giant, crooked... Oh my freaking goodness! From stiffening upward ever so robustly. Oh my goodness. And Volan is just watching this happen. I'm just so done with this story, okay? I'm just done. Far beyond the point of being able to hide it, he now finds himself flashing it right in front of Volan. Oh god, I just realized I am going to have to, God, you have no idea how those take so long. Seriously, you have no idea the process of making it. Of making censored scenes. So hot! Coercion, you say? This seems like a terrible misunderstanding. Misunderstanding? This useless rumors never end, but I have never coerced anyone. Every man comes here to me under his own volition. Including you, no. Are you aroused right now, Sir Chivalrous Baron? Oh, I'm gonna censor that. Call. Yay! You have all done well. The restoration has gone smoothly, and without any major accidents. The waterworks of Pays Blanc have been mostly repaired, and it is only a matter of time until the restoration is complete. It looks like the earth will finally stay firm. With the dark clouds of dusk a thing of the past, commerce between these distant nations must be of utmost importance. There are some decent men among the day laborers. I would like to consider them for the workshop. I do not mind letting the immigrants stay, but have you considered their influence on public safety? On that matter, I believe that we need not take any measures other than to guide the capital to prosperity. The countryside has become independent, and the aristocrats have all deserted here, leaving only starving citizens in their wake. I believe that we must help the citizens get back on their feet before anything else. Here you can find employment at the Adventurers Guild, maintain hygiene at the magnificent Grand Bathhouse, and acquire skills and master them at the workshop. Therefore, the capital will become even more prosperous. How insightful of you, King Equus. You inspire me with your forward-mindedness. Yeah. Yes, I've been seeing the city for myself, and I understand the situation now more than ever before. I am honored. Ooh. Yeah. The three retainers who have squared off with Chivalrous Baron each turn bright red uncontrollably as Equus shakes his own moving speech. The current problems we have must still be dealt with, so I'll also be doing what I can. Alright, off with you all. The next time we meet, we shall discuss matters of trade. Oh, Morgan, there's something I must tell you. Yes, King Equus, there is no need to humble yourself so. I assume it is to do with Chivalrous Baron. You are correct. Since it is starting to become known in the general public, I have thought you might have already known, but...
Hey, long time no see. I still remember ya.
What the? I am fairly certain you have no intention of accepting a king who has made a pact with the Shadow King. However, according to the Dragon King, Shadow King power plays a large part in the prosperity of this land. Well, I would be lying if I said I wasn't surprised. My son Kun partook of the Dragon King's blood to come back home alive. That was to avenge his brother Alec, and now the Dragon King is accompanying Kun. That is true. There are things that are difficult to say as a father, but I decided to appreciate the safety of my family and peace in the Federation. The dark clouds of dusk are long gone. My honorable lord has forgone Dragon King Isle and has avoided clashes with other nations. Is that not how it should be? It is not surprising to encounter mysterious situations when you are dealing with lair relics. To have a Shadow King under your command, that is a great feat, King Equus.
I am not. He is under my command.
Even now, I continue to be possessed by the Shadow King of jealousy. In order to intervene in matters I could not as king, I borrowed his strength to become Chivalrous Baron, but as a result, I have several embarrassing moments. Yes, Equus. Be that as it may, I have been able to experience first-hand situations I did not even try to understand in the past. Not only about the citizens, but also about myself. Well, I do understand what happened, about only partially. You can leave the rest to me. I think it is best that you do as you yourself believe is best. I'll always be on your side. I think it is best that you do what you yourself believe is best. I will also be at your side to support you, and always. Thank you, Morgan. I see the meeting wrapped up quickly, and the restoration project is successful. Yes, thanks to you. Now then, I have some good news and bad news. The good news is, we haven't heard of any suspicious incidents in recent days. The bad news is, the secret identity of Baron has been exposed and all the townsfolk know about it. Although now that the meek, gentle King Equus has dealt with issues himself directly, anyone pondering crime are most likely reconsidering their actions. Maybe you should lay low for the time being. With the power of Jade, I say you can manage. Wait, what? I am to take place of Baron. Unlike King Equus, I'm sure I wouldn't last long. We're counting on you. No, that won't be necessary. I plan to continue patrolling the night, as I have done thus far. How is this guy sleeping, by the way? If you so wish, I would appreciate if you all could be on the lookout and gather intelligence. It seems we can manage to get our national strength back on track, but maintaining public order seems a more difficult task. You can count on me to gather intelligence from adventurers. The adventurers and I are very friendly with one another. Oh my god. I'm starting to get worried that you're a bit too friendly. Oh yeah, whatever happened with Volum? In response to Barlet's inquiry, Equus' ears pops up as if he were wary of an imminent threat. Oh, yes. It seems that it was only a rumor and nothing else. You're breathing heavily. It's quite obvious it wasn't nothing. You know I'm a detective, right? Don't tell me you're trying to conciliate the situation. You know I'm a detective, right? Don't tell me you're trying to conciliate the situation. While armaments were being handed out to adventurers, they were all from Volan's own belongings. I've even had Morgan inspect the count books. It was of their own volition. Huh. So that means that was the case for you, too, King Equus. Don't tease me. That's outside your responsibility. That's enough. Make sure you don't get too addicted. You won't be able to come back. Oh, I was told the same, since we're in the same situation. The tense atmosphere fades away with Korka's hearty laugh. It's not difficult to imagine what happened to Equus. Well, I guess it's just as I learned from my investigation. It seems that the rumor has only stemmed from people jealous of the free armaments. Well, I'd bet we off the guard the city. It seems to suit my nature as opposed to contemplating in my chambers. Oh, we're back! Boisterous adventurers gather around the bulletin board of the Adventurers Guild. There's an unexpected visitor. Let me see. Where are the expired quest bulletins? King Equus! If you're planning to have an inspection, then you could have told us sooner. Wait, are you swapping out the quest bulletins? You don't have to worry yourself with that. Oh, that reminds me. As embarrassing as it is, we are still unable to give adequate compensation as a reward. I am sure you are aware of how the charge for utilizing the Adventurers Guild is excrement. Am I right? With that being said, I wish to make it clear that these are my requests, as to not cause dishonor on this establishment. Are you for real? Those two perform in a strip show together. Yep, I saw it with my own eyes. Look, you can even see how massive their asses are now. That show was awesome. The adventurers loved their body stories. In particular, Chivalrous Baron was the talk of the town. I am deeply sorry. Even after humiliating you so, I act as if nothing had happened. Edgar mentions dolefully as he swaps out bulletins on the board. Do not worry yourself over it. You must do what it takes to be chivalrous, do you not? And to be honest, I do not even feel a bit humiliated. Oh, okay, at least he's confident. That's something we can be sure of. Does that mean you're willing to do it again? Golly, these men are... Shh. I will think about it. Well, the Grand Bathhouse is open from noon. The regular patrons are all at work, making it nearly empty for the most part. Romanus, I wonder if that Rhino man is still here. Good day, Romanus. Oh, King Equus! Wow, you changed clothes really quickly. What brings you here? It's not even night yet. I'm not come here to do that. Of course, the bathhouse is not a place to commit shameful activities. My fondness towards this bathhouse has not changed, so I beg you, please do not dismiss me from this position. It seems that Romanus is so surprised from Equus' arrival that he is misunderstanding the situation, presumably from feelings of guilt. What are you talking about, Romanus? Wait, what? Could you show me the sections that are not restored yet? I would like to understand the current situation of the renovation and reevaluate the construction plans. Okay. I'm seeing I'm good leadership. I see you. Oh, why, of course. Allow me. Oh, we're back here. Oh, hey, Volun. The workshop is full of day laborers during the day, and people hurriedly carry water pipes and building materials to add to and fro. In between all the commotion, Kuhn was left alone repairing equipment and weaponry. Although dragons are resistant to heat, the workhouse is still severe for the untrained person. On top of that, Berboris is not accustomed to being held up. That's just yours, isn't it? If you're done, just find it and bring it here. Hey, Ball, you're not supposed to barge in here like this. What's this? What Kun saw at the back of the warehouse was an unlikely pair of people. Chief Blacksmith Bolin and another with an even beefier build, with a golden mane, so elegant it feels out of place in this workshop. King Equus? You can't be serious. This bridge is too flimsy. Well, I thought you would say that. This is based on careful structural calculations, so please calm down. I'm a blacksmith. I only decided to help because I heard the bridge was to be constructed with steel. While steel is the ideal sturdy material, it's too costly and requires great efforts to transport. If you also consider overflowing rivers and flooding. What about the steel arch? You'll try building the arch another time, alright? If that's the case, go find some stoneworker or bridge carpenter. I'm sure you'll find someone with no problem considering who you are. Just lend a hand, will you not? Who you are? What seems to be a blueprint of a bridge-like structure is laid across the workbench as Equus and Volin are right in the heat of a discussion. However, Volin is not paying any respect to Equus, and Equus is not paying heed to what Volin is saying. It's just another typical conversation in the workhouse. Good grief, it seems I caught you in the heat of another affair. Kun! Hey, since when have you been here? Sorry, I just wanted to check if you had finished repairing my armament yet. Oh, of course. The job's done. I'll be right back with it. Volin glances around shyly and scurries away from the worksite, leaving Equus behind. Sorry, did I barge into an important conversation? Oh, not at all. We were merely planning a bridge between Pays Blanc and Verdancia. It would be difficult to migrate over rivers, and Verdancia is rich with wood, foods, and uncommon plants and herbs. I believe building a bridge will play an important part in trade between us. I was just discussing the construction plan of the bridge with Volin. I see. Oh, another thing, Kun. In the future, I decided to implement an electoral system. I believe that the capital must be built upon the citizens' wishes. Kun, even you could be king, if you so tried. Wait, what are you going on about so suddenly? Sometimes I feel like you would be the perfect king. I wonder I think so. Why do I think so? Hold on a second. Are you saying that one day you will sign as king? Maybe I'll become an adventurer, or even a technician in the workshop. Or maybe a life where someone else takes the reins is what's fitting for me. Equus glances at Berboris from the corners of his eye, ridiculing himself, but instead of a subservient attitude, a refreshing atmosphere surrounds Equus. It's more fun seeing you be uncertain and idling away. You've got shackles marks on your wrist. You like showing those off, eh? What? Huh? Equus frantically glances at his wrist. If you look closely through the golden fur, you can make out where the hair seems slightly off. Let's take our armament and get going, Kun. It's not our job to listen to this guy's love affairs. Love affairs? I don't understand what you're getting at. Ooh. It's another night in Pays Blanc. A while has passed since the slime from the lairs caused disaster. Thanks to wise King Equus, the capital's infrastructure has recovered speedily. Yet many aristocrats and Novox riches have deserted the capital to migrate to the free cities of the countryside, and refugees from unknown backgrounds are left in their stead. The slums grow even larger, exposing the knights in Pays Blanc to more danger. This is not going to be an easy job. Not enough healers in the slums, as always. I'm glad to be of service even as a rookie, but before I knew it, it's already this late. Oh dear, if only I can find a reliable guard to return home with. Hey little missy, what are you doing out here late at night? I'm just trying to get home. Also, I'm not a little missy. Haha, my place is that way too. Let's go home together. No, please go away. No need to get all flustered. The city at night is full of terrors. The tug grabs Charlotte's shoulder with his muddy, dusty hands, dirtying his robe. No, don't touch me! Wait, have we met before somewhere? I don't know what you're talking about.
I'll punish you with this magic wand. Alrighty then, I'll be taking that wand from you.
Just then, right when a young, sweet healer was about to have his innocence defiled, a violent gush of wind howls through the darkness of the night. Ow! Could it be? It's Chivalrous Barn once again! Hey, you who dare disturb the peace in the night will set things straight. Oh, what? I thought you were gone after all those embarrassing rumors. What? Who said that? Where there is bad behavior in Pays Blanc, Chivalrous Barn will be there. He symbolizes the hope of the citizens, while also being the topic of many shameful rumors. He's a hero in a complicated situation. While each rumor and anecdote varies wildly, there's one thing he has in common, that the secret identity of the barn is none other than the one and only King Equus himself. Damn it, I better get out of here. Ah! Look out! Thank you, King Equus. I am Chivalrous Baron. Hey, wait! You bastard! The dog dashes through the alleyways as if he were a rabbit. For Bartlett to catch up with him is a near impossible feat. Oh well, but its escape route is just as predicted. You might be better off being caught by me, because what's waiting for you over there is... Screw you! Like I'll be caught by you! Ugh! A puddle, but it wasn't raining. The thug slips and comes falling down in a big dynamic crash. Ew! Is this slime? It's all slimy and slippery, and it feels gross. Hey, sorry to surprise you. Huh? Who are you? Don't you dare come closer! You wanna get hurt? Don't be scared. Unlike the Baron, I won't harm you. Besides, I think I understand just how you feel. Now then, it's time to release all that magic power. Ah! I'm so sorry! I'm sorry! Please forgive me! And that's it! That's it! That is it for Day and Night in Pays Blanc. Just wanted to say, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all whenever. Bye bye!